Hey, my dear friends, welcome to the new series Project Service Van, where I'll be looking for a van that will serve me, as the name suggests, as a service vehicle at competitions. At first I kept some ads for a while, visited a few places, and honestly, it was intense and interesting. Friends, our goal is 30,000 subscribers. Go ahead and click that subscribe button and the bell, because over 60% of you who comment and watch here aren't subscribed to this channel, and it really helps me grow, so thanks for your support. I won't keep you any longer. Let's get into the video. Alright, my friends, I found a 2007 Fiat Ducato, 380,000 miles. 2.3 engine, 17.9 capacity, and it looks really nice. Let's call. If he calls back, I'll record hello again.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, I'm calling. About the Ducato.
You know what? It's already sold. I'm on a business trip, and I didn't notice that my wife didn't take it down. It's not available anymore.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Best regards.
Thanks. No, unfortunately, the Ducato has been sold. But we're not giving up, and we're still looking. All right, I found another Ducato, 2.3 capacity. That's what the guy wrote here. All good. Six Elephant, new shocks, brakes, exhaust, undamaged interior, well-maintained exterior. I'm curious. Supposedly 280,000 kilometers on it. Let's call and see if he answers. Hello. Hi. I'm calling about the Ducato right away.
Currently, the car has temporary registration while I wait for the permanent one.
And are you the owner? Or are you selling this car? I'm selling it, you know. Can you tell me anything more about this car?
Did I sell this car? I drove 400 kilometers from Wrocław to Sępólno, and it's in great condition. Well, visually there are some dents and scratches, you know, the paint is peeling like on every Ducato, but the engine is dry, no leaks, and the gearbox is fine. Everything works great, you know.
And how do the sills look?
It's all in very good condition, the underside as well. There's a new exhaust system, new brake pads, new front shock absorbers. You can see it all. You know, if you lie down under the car, the only thing is that the sill is a bit more dented where the sliding door opens. They probably loaded something with a cart and damaged it, and there's a scratch somewhere in the back.
That's not important since it's an old used car. What really matters is its technical condition and if there are any holes.
You know what? Nothing's knocking, nothing's rattling.
Everything's been taken care of. Where are you from?
I'm from Sępólno Krajeńskie.
Exactly 150 kilometers. I'll let you know in a moment if I can come over and see the car. So, just average. The dealer, like always, claims everything is great, right? And in such a case, when it's a dealer and he doesn't know the car's history exactly, it's worth using services like Car Vertical, because they have full reports on the car. Now, let's see a similar example with a Fiat Ducato. We entered the vehicle identification number, the year, and so on, and what do we have here? We have the odometer reading. At first, attention is needed. Legal status is fine, but damages need review, so we proceed. We can see we even have pictures from the accident here, showing how the car was damaged, so we'll know if it was something serious or not, or if it was a theft. Very important, nothing similar was found. Odometer readings. Be careful, because we noticed the odometer was rolled back on the timeline. So now, we more or less know what we're dealing with here. Legal status is okay, and we've got it. We also have damages that have been described in detail, what was damaged, and roughly the estimated repair cost. No natural disasters were found. We even have the market value of the given car described. And we have a timeline where everything is described in detail. So listen, with the code TASIEM, you get 30% off on such a report. I warmly invite you, the link is in the description and the comments. And now, let's continue with the material. I got really worked up. Too bad I didn't record it.
I scheduled to pick up the car this morning, and while heading over, he texted me, "You know what, sir? Someone else called and reserved it for tomorrow."
I said, well, that's just great.
I told the gentleman I came 180 kilometers from Gdansk to see him, but now he says someone else reserved it until morning. That's how you buy a car in Poland. So I don't know.
Horror. Just horror. I just came to Boyka's to pick up Alan, and we're going to see a Ducato for 9,000 zlotys. I wonder what kind of wreck it'll be at that price, but it's worth seeing what people offer for that money. Before we left, Gruby asked if I wanted a paint thickness gauge. I didn't think he was joking.
But there's no joking here. This is a serious business. There's no joking around.
But as Philaram said, it's more like a rust gauge. We should know. All right, guys, we're almost there. I wonder what kind of wreck is waiting for us. Because honestly, for that price, you can't expect too much. But the question is, how much of a wreck is it? We'll call. And we're already here. If anything, all right, then sorry.
Don't touch it. You'll make a hole.
It must have been standing for a long time, right?
Yeah, quite a long time.
And what does it look like from underneath? Good.
Good.
Oh, wait. Right by the bumper, there's a hole in the car frame about 2 fists wide. We discussed the threshold and related issues, which makes sense, but the frame having such a big hole is really not good. No, damn, it's a shame, but you know, check it out with your father. Also by the bumper. Whoa, yeah, you can see it.
Even when...
Well, it's hard not to notice.
And here on this one, it's just this one.
It's just this one.
No, because none of the others have a hole like this. Not just,
When it starts to rot there, and here, for example, that's exactly what I was talking about. That here, there's nothing to even weld the sill to. No, when you buy an outer sill, everything here is delaminated. No. It started. Can you add some more coffee? No, it's not smoking. No. And we can take a little ride. The check engine light is on. More things are lit up than just the check engine. ABS.
Check engine.
Zeros and something else, anti-slip.
Well, with ABS then.
With ABS?
I heard the joint too. What joint? I think I heard it too. You.
But it could have high mileage.
Definitely.
But sometimes you fool yourself. You hope that maybe this cheap car isn't actually in such terrible condition. You even call the owner who says, no, it's just the threshold that needs fixing. I checked. It costs about 300 zlotys. But here, the clutch isn't even there, and I've got the gas pedal to the floor. The gears are hard. I don't know which one to go to, Lord Jesus, she says. And I still want to, oh, and the gas pedal to the floor.
Third gear is in.
The gas pedal is to the floor.
No, that's not it, no.
No.
Not even for that one.
You know it's not powerful, but we have a computer. So if you want, we can even check it so you know.
Heavy duty starter lock.
Engine, oil pressure.
Probe heater, heavy duty relay, rotational speed factor.
This could be one of the things for starting the exhaust gas recirculation. Bushings.
Flow modifications, some flaps in the intake or something like that. A flow signal sensor.
So nothing with the turbo.
Yeah, nothing with the turbo. 53 kilometers, 740 kilometers.
740 kilometers.
How's 740?
Well, that many thousand.
740,000?
I knew it would be bad, but not this bad.
It's a fucking tragedy, honestly.
I'll be honest, it's a disaster, because honestly, even I would probably scrap a car like that, or at least sell it for parts, just to get maybe 3,000 zlotys out of it, just to get something back, anything at all. No, because even if that car cost 1,000 zlotys, I still wouldn't take it. Obviously, I didn't expect that for 9,000, the whole bodywork would need to be done. If, for example, mechanically it was really fine, the engine and everything worked, then maybe it would still be worth it. Because you could put $6,000 into the bodywork, and maybe it would run, but not really, right? We're heading back home. All right, guys, I found a really cool ELTON here, fully restored. It looks really promising, so I'm calling, and it's actually from Gdynia. Hello, good morning. I'm calling about the LTK. Could you tell me a bit more about this car? How long have you had it? Wouldn't you like to know more? Because in the pictures it looks like a beauty, but it's not a beauty. Did you restore it yourself, or who restored it? At the same time, the car was simply in very, very good condition, and only required. It was all polished up. Okay, how do the sills and undercarriage look? They're solid, so nothing can go through them, not even a finger or a screwdriver. All right, and can you tell me anything about the technical condition? I wanted the car. Teaches you a lot. One car is ready to work, you just have to come and where is the car to see? Heading to Gdynia early. I'll call to let you know if I can stop by today. Well, thanks. Sounds beautiful. Just like with a real dealer. I have no choice but to get in the car and go, you'll see that ride. My friends, Alan is with me. We're in Gdynia now. I got the pin from the dealer. For now, you can only see the Sprinter. I see it. It's standing there. I run a channel, also about cars. I'll blur you out there. Everything. You won't be visible. I said I'd give you the channel so you can check it out yourself. Yes, he refreshed it. You could hear it squeaking here. It was all polished, completely refreshed. But is it just superficial? No. We can open the hood. Which car would you generally recommend in this price range? But the Sprinter, well, that's already a bit higher in price. Yes, but that's the only one that still holds up. There's something to it. It won't be driven much, just needs to get from place to place. No, this one also has low mileage, and it's the only one like that in the company. Do you know how many owners it had, or who they were? There? I don't know if the vehicle registration card has been kept. I have to check right away. I won't know otherwise. Thoroughly. So let's start it up and see how it runs. No. It's always just the forest or downhill there, and I think some are even damaged. No, but I'll give it a little gas, go over there, check from that side, see what color it's coming in. All right. Nothing. Not even a car. And here even a million comes by. But I wonder how much this one has. But that steering wheel doesn't even look like it's from a million. No, come on, this seat, no. All right, so can we take this for a ride? But really, look, it's not worn out at all. That's good, because there aren't even any repair joints on it. But I don't know if it really has 350,000. Backup camera, wait. I'll put it in, oh, there it is. Look, that's luxury. Ah, those 5 cylinders. But it's not moving, or is it? Well, it is moving. There are too many engines. It's not great either. No, that's not his 150, the whole loaded set. It can barely move at all. Yeah, they ride better ones. You can make a map, right? Yeah, I guess. Hold it together, right? I don't really feel it, and I don't hear anything knocking either. And this one is rear-wheel drive, right? You can drift around a bit. Like that clutch, Mr. Allen. If it's mine, that's fine, but I don't know much about it. It also pulls left. It's listed for 19, I think, 900. If he let it go for 17, then he... I think it works smoothly. Well, only the brakes are banging terribly on the left engine, yeah, The whole cab even jumps. That's why we drove a lot, because we got onto that dual carriageway, just to work it out. Yeah, they're banging constantly, whether standing or not, but only in the back, not the front. It jumps, but not the back, and it's not knocked out. It stays together. All right, so we're writing this agreement. My friends and I are buying the car. I hope it isn't a dud. Listen, I can't register my beautiful ELTON because there's a mistake on the invoice between the previous owner and the dealers. I've got the number here. I'll call and ask if it's possible to request a correction. And I figured I'd also ask what condition the car was in. Maybe it's better not to know, but my curiosity is huge. So listen, I'm dialing the guy's number and calling. Hello, this is Tassiem speaking. I'm calling about this because on July 31st, you sold a car to Mr. The invoice shows that, right? Yes, I think so. I bought the car from those dealers, which is why I'm calling. For two reasons. The first is that there's a typo in the vehicle identification number at the very beginning of the invoice, and I can't register the car. Either way, you have to issue a correction to this invoice because it's incorrect. Okay, I'd also like to ask you, just out of curiosity, what condition was the car in when you sold it? Was it in a condition that it was still running until the very end? And was it well kept inside as well, or not? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Why well kept? Because that's up to someone's opinion. It was just kind of average. Sir, your email? You can send a text message right away. Okay, it'll just be easier and more complete that way. Not clear. All right, thank you. So now we know that everything inside here has been really fixed up, and these gentlemen here did some magic sparkle. We registered the van, so now I'm heading to Boyka to do a full inspection of the car and see what's wrong with it, and how much money and heart will need to be put into it. All right, I've arrived at Boyka service with my great purchase. We'll check the brakes because something's off with them, and we'll really see what condition it's in. Let the experts assess it. So let's get to work. We'll see. They don't look good. Oh, Jesus, now I know what's making that noise. Order the discs and pads now. We're trying to unscrew the bolts from the disc, but it seems welded on and won't come off. I'll take it off and show you. You don't believe it will come off? Oh, ye of little faith. I think it's coming off for you. It worked, why wouldn't it? Good equipment. Good, the disc came off. Good, Magda, because we're recording here too. Look here, there used to be an anchor disc. And what kind of anchors? That was something that's not here anymore. You see? Exactly. I'm saying a piece is left here. All right, so the brake shoes too. Look, pads, shoes, the guide. I think it's well greased with copper. It's really good to use these sets with guides right away, because otherwise it won't work properly. All right, then check the bearing too. But you need to put the wheels on. They have a very nice inner pad. All right, so what now? We're assembling the rear wheel, then the front. You can't hear the bearing on this side. Ooh, what are you using? Like a bearing? It's quiet, but what about the play? Oh, there's some play. Don't joke that we'll have to replace all the bearings. No way, just 3. But there's not much left of the disc. All right, so for safety here, we need to replace the discs and pads, right? Discs and pads. Anything else? The bearing. No, come on, don't mess around. Maybe something else was loose? All right, another bearing. But if it's quiet, then we'll check one more wheel, the right one. Maybe we won't have to replace 3 bearings, just 2. 1 wheel. The strong-handed guy has arrived. Yes, and that's the shock absorber. So not the bearing, I hear the same sound. Also the shock absorber. No, the new parts probably weren't replaced. So we have 1 bearing, 2 shocks, a set of discs and pads. Let's see what this maniac is hiding. What do you want to know? Are we doing anything? Besides changing the oil and filter, if you want, we can also replace the valve cover gasket because it's leaking a bit and it's a lot of work to replace it.
Yes.
Then let's leave it for now.
And here something's leaking, some oil, a slight sweating.
And how's the back from the gearbox?
It's a bit messy, I won't lie. Yeah, it's from the rear seal.
Would you fix it or let it leak?
I would check the oil level for now and see what's going on.
The oil is there.
It is.
And a lot of you, maybe we should check the oil in the engine. Is it there?
That's also a good idea. And there is, and it's black, and there's a lot of it.
We're still checking because this patient here wasn't closing the pilot. And let's hope that Alan will check it in a moment and lubricate something. Do something magical. We need to buy this piece of equipment because this actuator here isn't clicking properly. But there's no way to fix our lock, and it's getting harder and harder to get parts for a car that's 22 years old. So, my friends, we know what to do, so let's get to work. Hey, Alan, what are we doing today in the mighty ELTON?
Oil, filters, discs, pads, and shock absorbers, two in the front.
All right, let's get to work. All right, give me the first pad. There you go.
Whoa, but...
It's polished.
Oh, it came off.
And we put on the disc drums. Listen, over there. I didn't record it because I wanted to give it as practice for Alan. I thought it would take half an hour, but it took 2. But we'll show you how to replace the shock absorber and the brake on the other side. Because the upper mount of the shock absorber is in a funny place, we'll show you in a moment, and the upper mount of the shock absorber in ELTON is in the tool compartment. Ta-da! All right, Alan, let's see how fast you can do the other side. 9:10 post meridium. The timer starts now, and the prize is a roll from Piedra. Look, 9:47 post meridium. So, in 37 minutes. Oh, let's show Amor's condition. Oh, he's burping.
Oh, this one is in better condition, but all right.
We'll put the wheel back on, and I'll come back tomorrow for the oil, filters, and that's it. Now we're changing the engine oil. Flick, flick, glug, 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 glug. Why 10W-40?
Well, I don't know. The manufacturer recommended it.
So why not 10W-60?
Operating conditions vary, and this engine has a long list of compatible oils. Break everything down depending on the temperatures it has to work in, most of them at negative or high positive temperatures.
Whether in Spain or in Siberia.
Then it will be correct, all right?
How much was spilled there, roughly?
It holds around 7 or 8 liters.
So we're just about at the limit. And actually, guys, while changing the oil, we did a little experiment. This is the oil we poured in, and this is the oil after 10 minutes of running. And generally, I've always wondered about this. What does the oil look like right after pouring it in and starting the engine? Is it immediately black? Is it really immediately black, especially in diesel engines? And actually, this happens because in a diesel engine, there's always incomplete combustion of the fuel mixture that enters the cylinder, and soot will always be produced. And a good oil is supposed to collect all of that and keep it inside itself, so that all of this doesn't settle on the engine components, which ensures good lubrication and a proper oil film at all times. All right, the basic service has been taken care of at ELTON. The brake pads cost this much, the discs this much, the caliper repair kits this much, the oil this much, the air filter this much, the oil filter this much, the fuel filter this much. There were also the brake shoes and shock absorbers. This much, plus 17,500 zlotys. So far, the car has cost me this much. And that's just the beginning. With my ELTON as well, right? Thanks for today and see you later. Bye.